Listen up. Your portfolio is bleeding money and you don't even know it yet. I don't care about your feelings. I don't care about your Reddit friends. I care about one thing only, protecting your capital. And right now, you're about to make the biggest mistake of your investing life. I'm Kevin O'Leary, Shark Tank investor, chairman of O'Shares Investments, and I've spent 40 years watching people destroy their wealth chasing garbage stocks. Today, I'm going to show you the cold, hard data on 5 meme stocks that are about to implode in 2026. But before I tell you which ones, let me ask you something. Do you know what separates millionaires from broke investors?
It's simple. Winners know when to walk away. Losers hold garbage until it's worthless. By the end of this video, you're going to know exactly which 5 stocks will destroy your net worth in the next 12 months. I've analyzed the data, I've looked at the balance sheets, I've studied the fundamentals. And what I found terrifies me, because millions of retail investors are sitting on time bombs right now, convinced they're holding lottery tickets. They're not. They're holding grenades with pulled pins. And when these stocks crash, and they will crash, the devastation will be catastrophic. I'm talking 70% losses, 80% losses. Some of you will lose everything. So pay attention. This could save your financial life. Before we dive in, you need to understand something about me. I didn't get to where I am by following the crowd. I built my fortune by looking at numbers, not narratives. When I evaluate a stock, I don't care about hype. I don't care about social media trends. I care about 3 things: revenue, profitability, and cash flow. Everything else is noise. And right now, the noise is deafening. These meme stocks have turned investing into gambling. And here's the truth that nobody wants to admit. When GameStop went from $20 to $480 in January 2021, do you know how many people actually made money? Less than 10%. The other 90%, they got slaughtered. They bought at the top because everyone said diamond hands. They held through the crash because everyone said it's going back up. It didn't, and it won't this time either. That's why I demand income from every investment. Every single stock I own pays dividends, because when the meme crashes, at least I'm getting paid to wait. Let's start with the poster child of destruction, AMC Entertainment. This stock is trading at around $1.70 right now. You know where it was in June 2021? $72. That's a 98% collapse, and it's not done falling. Here's what the true believers won't tell you. In the third quarter of 2025, AMC reported a loss of $298 million. Not profit, loss. The company is hemorrhaging cash. Their debt situation is catastrophic. They keep having to renegotiate debt agreements just to stay alive. And you know what that means? Dilution. More shares hitting the market, your ownership stake getting crushed. The box office numbers tell the real story. Despite having blockbusters like the Avatar sequel, AMC's revenue is declining. Why? Because people don't go to theaters anymore. They stream at home. This isn't complicated. The business model is dying, and no amount of Reddit posts will change consumer behavior. But here's what really infuriates me. The stock hit a 6th consecutive record low in December 2025. 6 straight record lows, and people are still buying. They're still saying it's a good deal. It's not a deal. It's a death spiral. Let me give you a number that should terrify you. The stock is down 59% in 2025 alone, in 1 year, and it's going lower. When I look at this balance sheet, I see a company that's going to zero. They have massive debt, declining revenues, negative cash flow, and a business model that doesn't work in the modern entertainment landscape. This is textbook value destruction. If you own AMC right now, you need to sell immediately. Not tomorrow, not next week, today. Because every day you hold this stock, you're losing money. And in 2026, when they announce another debt restructuring or reverse stock split, you're going to wish you listened to me. Next up, the granddaddy of meme stocks, GameStop, trading around $20 right now. Let me hit you with some reality. In 2025, GameStop's revenue was $3.8 billion. You know what it was in 2024? $5.3 billion. That's a 27% revenue decline. In 1 year, their business is evaporating, and here's what kills me. People actually think this is a turnaround story. They say GameStop has billions in cash. They say there's no debt. They say management is making smart moves. None of that matters if revenue keeps falling off a cliff. Let me explain something about business. Cash doesn't create value. Growth creates value. Profitability creates value. And GameStop has neither sustainable growth nor consistent profitability. The bull case for GameStop is delusional. They claim the company is pivoting to e-commerce and digital sales. Okay, great. You know who dominates gaming e-commerce? Amazon, Microsoft, Sony. GameStop is a brick-and-mortar retailer trying to compete with tech giants who have unlimited capital and established platforms. It's not going to work. The third quarter of 2025 showed operating profit of $41 million. Sounds good, right? Wrong. That's on declining revenue. They're cutting costs to show profit, not growing the business. This is called managing decline. And you don't want to be an investor in a company that's managing decline. Here's the truth about GameStop. The stock went to $480 because of a short squeeze, not because of fundamentals. That squeeze is over. The shorts got burned. They're not coming back. And without the squeeze, what's left? A dying retail business with no competitive advantage. The stock is down 75% from its highs, and it's going lower because the business doesn't generate enough profit to justify even a $20 stock price. When I look at GameStop, I see a liquidation in slow motion. If you're holding this stock hoping for another squeeze, you're gambling, not investing, and the house always wins. Now we get to Trump Media, ticker symbol DJT. This one's a disaster wrapped in politics. The stock is trading around $13. It peaked at $43 earlier in 2025. That's a 70% collapse in less than a year, and it's going to zero. Here's why. This company has no business model. Truth Social, their main product, is a Twitter knockoff with a fraction of the users. The revenue numbers are pathetic. We're talking single-digit millions per quarter. And yet, at $13 per share, this company has a market cap in the billions. The math doesn't work. This is pure speculation based on one person's name. Let me tell you something about investing in personality-driven companies. It never works long-term. Because when sentiment shifts, and it always shifts, the stock collapses. Trump Media went public through a SPAC merger, and SPACs are notorious for destroying shareholder value. Why? Because the initial investors get special terms that retail investors don't. By the time you can buy the stock, the smart money has already structured their exit. You're the exit liquidity. The company reported massive losses, no path to profitability, no competitive moat. No reason to exist except as a vehicle for political supporters to show loyalty. That's not an investment thesis. That's a cult. And here's what really concerns me about DJT. The volatility is insane. The stock moves 10, 15, 20% in a single day based on news cycles. That's not investing. That's slot machine gambling. When you own a stock that moves like this, you're not building wealth. You're playing roulette. The company has no fundamental value. The revenue doesn't support the valuation. The business model is broken. And in 2026, when the political winds shift or attention moves elsewhere, this stock is going to crater. I've seen this movie before. It always ends the same way. The true believers hold until it's worthless. The smart money sells into strength. Which one are you? Plug Power, the hydrogen dream that became a nightmare. This stock has collapsed 99% from its all-time highs. 99%. Let me repeat that. If you bought at the peak, you've lost essentially everything. The stock is trading around $2, and it's still overvalued. Here's the brutal reality about Plug Power. This company has lost $6 billion since 2010. $6 billion. They've never made money. Never. Not one profitable year in over a decade. They burn through cash like it's going out of style. And the hydrogen economy they keep promising, it's not happening.